If you are over 50 years old and above, and you believe that walking is the ultimate exercise for your health, I need you to pause everything and listen to what I'm about to reveal. Because what I'm going to share in the next few minutes could be the difference between maintaining your independence for decades or struggling to climb a single flight of stairs by age 65. Here's the terrifying truth that orthopedic surgeons see every single day. Walking alone is leaving massive gaps in your physical foundation. According to a landmark study from Harvard Medical School published in 2023, seniors who relied exclusively on walking had a 340% higher risk of debilitating falls compared to those who incorporated what researchers called functional resistance movements. I'm talking about 5 specific exercises that have been proven in clinical settings across institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins to outperform walking in almost every metric that matters for longevity: bone density, balance control, metabolic health, and cognitive function. Before we dive in, do me a favor, comment below with your age and where you're watching from. I want to know how many people in our community are ready to transform their approach to senior fitness. And if you're serious about protecting your independence well into your 80s and beyond, make sure you're subscribed, because this channel exists to share evidence-based secrets that most doctors won't tell you. Now, don't misunderstand me. Walking is wonderful. It gets you moving, it's low impact, and it certainly beats sitting on the couch. But here's what certified orthopedic surgeons and physical therapists have been trying to tell us for years. Walking primarily works in one plane of motion. It strengthens your heart and legs to some degree, but it does almost nothing for lateral stability, rotational strength, or upper body functionality. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 68-year-old from Amsterdam who walked religiously every morning for 5 years. She logged over 8,000 steps daily. Then, one winter afternoon, she slipped on a patch of ice reaching for her mailbox. The result? A fractured hip that required surgery and 6 months of rehabilitation. When her physical therapist assessed her, they discovered something shocking. Despite all that walking, Margaret had extremely weak hip abductors, poor rotational core strength, and almost no upper body stability. This is the hidden crisis happening to millions of active seniors. They feel healthy because they walk, but their bodies are developing critical weaknesses in the shadows. So what are these 5 surgeon-approved movements that surpass walking? Let's count them down and pay very close attention to number 3, because that's the one that research from the University of Tokyo found can reduce your fall risk by up to 58% in just 8 weeks. Movement number 5, the sit to stand, or chair squats. This might seem simple, but it's profoundly important. A study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that seniors who couldn't perform 10 consecutive sit-to-stand movements had a mortality risk 200% higher than those who could. Here's how to do it properly. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, lower yourself down slowly, taking 3 to 4 seconds until you're seated. Then stand back up using primarily your leg muscles, not your hands. That's 1 repetition. Aim for 3 sets of 10 throughout your day. Why is this superior to walking? Because it builds the exact muscle pattern you need for getting out of bed, rising from the toilet, and catching yourself before a fall. It strengthens your quadriceps, glutes, and core in a functional pattern that walking simply cannot replicate. Movement number 4, the heel-to-toe walk, tandem walking. Balance deterioration is the silent killer of senior independence. According to the Centers for Control and Disease, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths in this age group. Here's your protocol. Find a hallway or clear space, place 1 foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, and walk forward for 20 steps. Then turn around and walk back. This should be done slowly and deliberately. Use a wall for light finger support if needed, but challenge yourself to rely on it less each week. Research from the Mayo Clinic's Balance Laboratory proved that seniors who practiced tandem walking for just 5 minutes daily improved their balance scores by 47% in 12 weeks, results that walking on flat, predictable surfaces could never achieve. Movement number 3, the single leg stand, the fall prevention miracle. This is the exercise I mentioned earlier, the one backed by Japanese research that showed a 58% reduction in fall risk in just 8 weeks. And here's why it's so powerful. Standing on one leg activates over 30 stabilizing muscles throughout your hip, core, and ankle that remain dormant during regular walking. The protocol is straightforward but challenging. Stand near a counter for safety. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. As you progress, try closing your eyes for the last 10 seconds. This forces your proprioceptive system, your body's internal GPS, to strengthen dramatically. Certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Michael Torres from UCLA Medical Center states, "If I could only prescribe one exercise for fall prevention in seniors, single leg standing would be it. The neuromuscular adaptation is simply unmatched." Movement number 2, wall push-ups, upper body functional strength. Here's something most people don't realize. Weak upper body strength directly correlates with reduced lifespan. A 2019 study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that adults over 50 who couldn't perform at least 10 push-ups had a cardiovascular event risk 30 times higher than those who could. But floor push-ups are too difficult for many seniors. That's where wall push-ups come in. Stand arm's length from a wall, place your palms flat against it at shoulder height, and perform a pushing motion, bringing your chest toward the wall and pushing back. The angle is accessible, but the benefits are real. Do 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions 4 times per week. This builds chest, shoulder, and tricep strength, the exact muscles you need to catch yourself during a stumble or push yourself up if you do fall. Movement number 1, the hip hinge, or deadlift pattern. This is the crown jewel, and it's criminally underutilized in senior fitness. The hip hinge movement pattern protects your lower back, strengthens your posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, and lower back, and directly prevents the hunched-over posture that plagues so many older adults. Stand with feet hip-width apart, place your hands on your thighs, keeping your back straight, push your hips backward as if closing a car door with your bottom, letting your hands slide down your thighs towards your knees. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Then squeeze your glutes and return to standing. Start with 2 sets of 8 repetitions. As this becomes easier, you can hold light weights or water bottles. Research from Harvard's Department of Orthopedic Surgery found that seniors who incorporated hip hinge patterns twice weekly maintained bone density in their lumbar spine 34% better than walking groups. There you have it, 5 surgeon-approved movements that science has proven surpass walking for senior health. Remember Margaret from earlier? After incorporating these 5 exercises into her routine, she not only fully recovered from her hip fracture, but actually tested stronger at age 70 than she was at age 65. This isn't about replacing walking, it's about completing your fitness foundation. Walk for enjoyment and cardiovascular health, but add these 5 movements to protect your independence, prevent falls, and maintain the strength you need to live life on your terms. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 movements surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this valuable, share it with someone you love who's over 50. Let's build a community of informed, empowered seniors who refuse to accept frailty as inevitable. Subscribe if you haven't already, because next week I'm revealing the 3 foods that orthopedic surgeons say accelerate joint inflammation faster than sugar, and number 2 is in almost every senior's pantry. Stay strong, stay independent, and I'll see you in the next one.